Begin with the Ayawaso East by-election, and counting is still underway in the Ayawaso East constituency after that by-election to elect a new member of parliament. Well, ballots have been sorted and counted at the various polling centers as party agents, observers and supporters await the outcome of what has been widely described as a peaceful contest. Well, more than 40,000 registered voters were expected to take part in the exercise to fill the vacancy created by the death of the late MP Mahama Nazar Toure, who passed away in January 2026. Well, the by-election was generally marked by a low voter turnout, with several polling stations recording sparse queues throughout the day. My colleague Fauzu Masaudu is stationed at the Coalition Center currently. We'll go to him live. Good evening to you, Fauzu. Bring us up to speed with what's going on there at the polling center. Hello, Fauzu.
Hello, Charles. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello. Yes. Hello, Charles.
I can hear you, Fauzu. Please go ahead.
I'm coming to you live from the St. Kizito Catholic Church, which is serving as the Coalition Center for the Ayawaso East by-election. I'll be taking you around the Coalition Center, the inner perimeter of the Coalition Center proper, to paint a picture of what the place looks like. But presently, I'm joined by the Director of Research for the Electoral Commission, that's Mr. Fred Tete, and I would like to engage him briefly on that. You are live on ChannelOne TV.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Can you confirm if the EC has received results from all 113 polling stations?
I will say, okay, let's talk outside the reception. What has happened is the 113 presiding officers are present, okay, with their result sheets. Currently, we've been able to receive and process close to 60 polling stations. That's about, let me say, 54% of the total number of polling stations here in Ayawaso East. So we are progressing, okay? So obviously, we're trying as much as possible to finish on time so that we can all go and have a rest.
What has been the challenge so far, if any?
Well, so far we don't have any challenge. I think you can see the flow of the work. So they come in, virtually all of them, that we've done the auditing process, and now we are just capturing the data, and that's what is going on.
What could be accounting for the delay in the rest that you are yet to receive?
We are. I'm saying that all of them are. All of them are here.
Okay. If you can, okay,
look over there. So we just go through what the arithmetic entries that they've done, and then we enter it into the PC. We project the figures so that the agent of the candidates can follow. So that's what is going on now.
Is he able to give us an assurance that you'll be through and done with this before tomorrow?
What time is it now?
It's 8 p.m.
8, right. So maybe in the next 1 hour or two, we should be done. Right.
At what point do the candidates come in?
Well, some of them are here, some of them are around. So I think it's a process and a work in progress. So we are proceeding steadily.
And all parties cooperating?
Oh, of course. You can see some of the representatives of the candidates are around the table with us. Others are sitting, watching whatever is going on. So far, no concern has been raised. So we are on course.
Thank you so much. Mr. Fred Tete is the head of research for the Electoral Commission. He's alluded to the fact that indeed the coalition process has been seamless so far, and is hoping that it ends as such. He says that even though they've received results from all 113 polling stations, they are yet to, dot the I's and cross the T's for all. So we are still keeping our tabs here at the Coalition Center. Charles, if you come to the inner perimeter of the Coalition Center proper, there are some partitions. Here to my left is where the media has been stationed, and then to my right, you find the police and security personnel stationed over there. And then next to the police spot is where the party agents and what have you have also been positioned. We know that the Electoral Commission prior to today's by-election indicated clearly that there are some persons who qualify to be here at the coalition center, key amongst which include the candidates themselves, their agents, their partners, and other, legally designated individuals. And this evening, the Electoral Commission and the security, arrangements here are ensuring that they stick to that guideline. So, Charles, so that has been the situation here at the Coalition Center for the Ayawaso East by-election. Party agents are waiting with bated breath to ensure that they get this through, done properly. To my far left, well, if you are watching on TV, that'll be right. The coalition process proper is ongoing there. There are EC officials and the party agents, and of course, the various officials that were assigned or deployed to the various polling stations are all going through the coalition process over here. All pink sheets are here, and ballot boxes and other balloting materials are also here, just for in case of any contingency and what have you. So, Charles, if you can hear me, this has been the situation here at the Coalition Center. The EC has given the strongest indication as yet that they are looking forward to completing this process in the next hour or two, and that it is very not likely to eat into the next day.
All right. Thank you very much, Fauzi Masaudu, reporting from the Coalition Center for the Ayawaso East by-election. You heard him speak to the Director of Research at the Electoral Commission, Mr. Fred Tete, who says that about 54% of the results have so far come in. Coalition is still ongoing. The Electoral Commission is hopeful that in the next 1 hour, they will be able to complete the coalition process and announce a winner. Abdul Wahab Razak, Nima community, we'll go to him and find out what exactly is going on there where he is. Good evening to you, Wahab. What has been your general assessment of today's polls?
Good evening, Charles. I'm right in front of the Coalition Center for the election St. Kizito Catholic School, Anima. That is the Coalition Center. And to what you asked me earlier, generally throughout today's polls, one thing has stand out, and that is voter apathy. The election has recorded a very low voter turnout, and that is what has, has headlined the election. I said that the process has been generally smooth. It's been peaceful. The community received a strong, heavy presence of personnel from the Ghana Police Service. Not less than 20 police personnel were at a polling center. Security was top-notch, and so far no incident, major incident was recorded except that of the Nima Post Office polling center, where during interview with that involved us, one of the agents came in to cause a scene, but that was resolved nicely by the Ghana Police Service. The process here has been generally seamless, but the major issue remains the low voter turnout. Yeah, because most of the people did not come out. And earlier,
yeah, I was going to ask you in your engagement with the residents if they told you the reasons why they didn't come out to vote.
Right, Charles. So that's what I picked from them. For most of the people that I engaged, their comment was that, well, this is a traditional NDC seat, so their one vote will not cause any major change in the result at the end of the day. So I think that is the main reason. But aside that, none of them has really, pointed out any particular reason for this. Of course, this is a predominantly Muslim community, and yes, Ramadan is ongoing. But yes, I engaged them. I asked, is Ramadan in any way, the reason why coming out to vote and all that? But the answer remained no. So generally, it's let me say, because they say it's because the constituency it's a safe haven, as they described, for the National Democratic Congress. So they felt like their one vote will not make any major change to the results at the end of the. So at the polling center, collation center here, security is top notch. In fact, before you can go, you can enter the center, you have to go in, through thorough security scrutiny. They are not allowing any agent aside the party agents for the collation center who were assigned for the collation center. So security here is very tough. You can see in your shot, personnel of the Ghana Police Service, lined up, ensuring that yes, the seamless and peaceful process that we've observed since morning is not tainted by any incident so far. So Charles, that's generally the observation here in the constituency.
Thank you very much, Abdul Wahab Razak, also reporting to us from the Ayawaso East constituency. Hopefully, as promised by the Electoral Commission, in the next 1 hour, collation will be completed and a winner will be declared. Now, whoever